Now, in a deep revelation, a 23-year-old medical student from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology has disclosed her ongoing battle with suicidal thoughts, marking her 7th attempt on her own life. The victim detailed her struggles, recounting a harrowing experience where she took an antiseptic and overdosed on medication. A few days after the world commemorated World Suicide Prevention Day, Citi News' Ashanti regional correspondent Hafiz Tijani delved into the matter.
Survivors of suicide attempts often open up about their close encounters with death, revealing the immense challenges they face during these dark moments. During an event commemorating this year's World Suicide Prevention Day in Kumasi, a survivor shared her deeply personal experiences.
Attempting the suicide, I was experiencing too much, and the amount of sadness I was going through felt no one would understand. And I felt suicide was the only way to end it in itself. So that's what I just decided on doing. That's what in that moment felt like the solution for me. 7 attempts. Once I took the toll, there was one time I overdosed on my medication, about 10 times the dose, and then a couple of times tried to run into the middle of the road to get knocked over by a car, and at one point tried jumping over the balustrade to fall on the floor. Yeah.
Stigma continues to play a significant role in driving up suicide cases in Ghana. The survivor advocates for improved facility in hospitals dedicated to addressing suicide-related issues, emphasizing the need for enhanced privacy and confidentiality.
The first thing I would speak about that I think should be done is education against stigma, because stigma against mental health disorders is widespread, especially with people thinking that most mental health disorders are as a result of spiritual causes. And I think that we should know that mental health disorders, just like hypertension or diabetes, are also diseases that need medical treatment. And for our hospitals, I think that the mental health departments or psychiatric departments have been neglected for far too long, and would need to be focused on more by policymakers. So in the sense that more architectural infrastructure is needed, because when you go to the hospitals, most of the time you don't have the privacy that you would need. You don't have one clinician taking you through. You have to keep telling your story all over, and it affects the way you are taken care of. So if these are done, and if medication is also procured and made available at subsidized prices for patients, care would be easier and treatments would be much smoother.
Health workers have raised concerns about increasing suicide-related cases among young people. Dr. Ruth Entry, president of the Psychiatry Association of Ghana, says the new trend must be a great worry.
At first, when we took the statistics, we did not include the children. But now we are getting increasing numbers showing that mental disorders, or when crises are no respecter of persons, children equally go through challenges just as adults. Children equally go through mental health problems just as adults. And it's probably a wake-up call for us to pay closer attention to the children. We would have to do more studies to see what is resulting in the increasing rise in suicide among children. Probably it was because we're not taking notice, or something specifically is going on. We could study how their resilience is, what has changed in the environment. Definitely, post-COVID, a lot of things have changed, and we would have to assess how children are receiving some of these economic changes and all that.
The Mental Health Authority is also worried about increased suicide-related cases and spoke about some interventions to deal with it.
Especially when you go into our facilities to seek help, you realize that even in the consulting rooms, because of lack of space, because of the kind of infrastructure that we have, you find that about 2 doctors or 3 doctors are sharing a consulting room, and clients go in to see them. That way, the clients will not be that comfortable to talk to the doctor. Yes, so it's one of the things again that we're seeking to do. One, you realize that our act is asking us to improve community care. So we are seeking that the districts, the regional hospitals and all that will have consulting rooms and so on, mental health units for the mentally ill so that they can seek help there. But again, in our facilities, we are seeking to improve our facilities into modern facilities.
Disturbing statistics from the Ghana Health Service reveal a concerning rise in completed suicide cases nationwide. In 2020, 69 of such cases were recorded, increasing to 86 in 2021, 91 in 2022, and 48 in just the first 7 months of 2023. When it comes to attempted suicides, the numbers are equally alarming. In the first 7 months of 2023 alone, 614 attempted suicide cases were documented compared to 862, 902, and 771 cases recorded in 2022, 2021, and 2020 respectively. These figures underscored the pressing need for increased awareness, support, and mental health resources to address the escalating suicide crisis in Ghana.